Okay, welcome again. This is part 3 of the 4-part series. We've got a new person tonight, Keith Harris. Really grateful he's here tonight to fill in for us.
Good.
And we got Frank Rositis, Tom Prost, and Mr. Jeff Gatlin. So thank you guys again for helping me with this project. We're going to review a little bit what we did last time, and today we're going to introduce some new stuff. So today we're going to cover a little bit on putting, and we're going to do a couple sand shots. We're going to work on the sand shots. So, you guys want to remember or mention something you learned last time that maybe we reinforced that really stood out from lesson number 2? Jeff?
Ball placement was really important
Okay.
in each of the drills we did last time. And as we were chipping up onto there, the importance of keeping this wrist just more of a cutting stroke than it was anything else.
Okay.
And, just really being consistently smooth.
Okay, so when we were chipping around the greens, we had the ball kind of back in our stance. So when we made contact with that ball, we kind of cut the ball first, because if you guys remember, we talked about chipping. Let's say, for example, the green starts here, and if we get behind the ball, or the ball is forward in our stance, we talked about the tendency to possibly catching the ground first. So, or sculling it, or skipping into it. So that's great. We talked about that. So ball position, very important. Tom, anything you remember from this?
What I remember is, you know, when you're coming down, if you're coming
Inside.
come inside and not come out over the top.
Okay. So
Also, when you line up with your club face open a little bit, make sure you come down inside.
okay. Excellent.
To draw the ball.
Excellent. So what Tom's talking about is a lot of amateurs and even some advanced players sometimes have a tendency to come over the top move instead of that inside move. So we're going to work on that a little bit more today, and we're going to try to keep this right elbow in closer to our body, and we don't want to force the club. We want the club to just naturally kind of fall and let the ball get in the way of the shot. We don't want to feel like we're steering the club, and we want that club face to just kind of drop into the slot where we're more of an inside path versus coming over the top like this, where it's sort of a weaker shot. So very good. Frank, anything last Sunday?
Just the ball placements I think is really important, because I normally try to play the ball in the middle, sometimes up forward. But if I don't hit it correctly, then I pop the ball in the air and the ball is coming. So by placing it in the back, you get a chance for the ball to hit and run, which I thought was important. And making sure that your wrist is, a lot of people want to cock their wrists like this here, and you keep that little straight, gives you a little more stability and control of the ball, and that really helps.
Right, so when Frank's talking about chipping, you want to kind of keep that left wrist sort of cupped instead of breaking the wrist down early. So if we're chipping the ball and we kind of flip it, we don't get as much consistency. So if we keep the wrist sort of shaped where it's sort of cupped and it doesn't break down, then when we come back and we go through the ball, we're going to get much more of the club face is going to be square at a longer period of time as you come through impact position. But if we flip it, there's a lot of this going on, and we can't really be consistent or hit it in the desired sweet spot of the flip. Questions? Okay, great. So a couple of drills we're going to do today. We're going to put a head cover under our arm. We're going to do some more of the rotation of the club face with that rotating our forearms. We're going to work on our tempo, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today. We're going to take a training device that I have that will actually show where your speed of the club is. We don't want the club to release back here. So we're going to work on that today. We're going to talk a little bit more about the grip. We're going to work on our putting today, and we're going to work on our sand shots. So with any other questions, we'll go ahead and get started.
Great.